My 30F husband, 30M, has cheated on me with an ex-girlfriend from college. So yeah, basically the title. I caught him lying about why he was flying out of town. Come to find out, it was to see a woman he dated in college. Throughout our 4-year relationship, married for 3, I have caught him talking to her on several different occasions. Either on social media or on the phone. In the beginning, she was very unreceptive of his advances and even told him to stop contacting her if he wasn't going to leave me. Thanks, I guess? Initially she seemed to keep it fairly platonic. I snooped on his iPad and read their messages, which hurt even more knowing that he was the one initiating the conversation. We talked about it, and I told him that if he continues his behavior, I am leaving. He promised that he would stop and blocked her on everything. That was 2 years ago. I should mention, he has mentioned being unhappy in the past and we have even discussed divorce, but as someone who comes from a single-parent household, I am dedicated to this marriage and I want to make it work. He agreed to try therapy and marriage counseling and we had been doing all right up until the beginning of this year when he flew out of town on a whim. When I approached him about it, he came clean immediately and told me that he has no intention of ending communication with her and is still very much interested in separation. So much for therapy. Last month, on Valentine's Day, I found out that the weekend earlier, he'd flown her to our city and spent time with her. That was the last straw. It broke my heart and I moved out, leaving my rings on the kitchen table. I have never felt more disrespected. Here is the thing though, since I've been staying at a friend's house, he has made every attempt to salvage our marriage. He says he's blocked her on all social media accounts as well as blocking her number. I want to believe him because I do truly love him. But I don't know if I will ever fully trust him again, or if we will ever get back to how we were before all of this happened. I don't know what to do. Thankfully, we don't have children but just bought a house together, in September, and have a small business that we run. No, he will fail you again as soon as immediate danger of divorce will be out of the picture. Do not let yourself be caged with him, someone who does not love you enough to respect you. You don't have children. You've warned him many times. Girl, move on. He doesn't care about the relationship. Clearly. Don't waste any more time on this man. Find yourself a man who will respect and cherish you. This man isn't it. Didn't he already do all this once already and you took him back? Fool me once, shame you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Don't be the fool. How many chances do you want to give him to realize he won't change? And moreover, you are doing your children a disservice by staying in the toxic marriage. You are teaching them that it is okay for someone to treat you twice as long as they apologize and attempt to change even though they do it over and over again. Do you want them to learn that? Flew her to your city and obviously slept with her and dated her. No. No excuse. Divorce. Nah. He hasn't just betrayed you once. He had betrayed you over and over. It won't stop. You deserve a happy life, a loyal companion, and if you choose to have kids, a faithful co-parent. He is none of those things. Sorry. He, 23 male, threatened to leave me, 22 female. So I did, but he's bothering me now? I, 22 female, have been talking to a guy, 23 male, for 4 months. Like a situationship, but he doesn't want to go more than that. Whenever I discuss going exclusive, he shuts me down and threatens to leave me. Yesterday when he threatened me again, I told him to fuck off because I deserve better than him, and I respect myself too much to be with someone who doesn't appreciate me. I also told him that I no longer wanted to waste our time because we had different ideas about this. He has been blowing up my phone, apologizing, and asking to see each other again since yesterday. I blocked him everywhere, and some of my friends think I'm heartless for going off at him like that. I don't know why I would be with someone when all they want is sex. Did I force him? I believe I granted his wishes by leaving. You, after 4 months of being with him, I think I'd like to be exclusive with you. Him. Stop. Stop right now. If you continue, I will leave you. You, later, I want us to be exclusive. Him. If you continue asking for us to be exclusive, I'ma leave you. You. F off. I deserve better than you. I respect myself too much to be with someone who doesn't appreciate me. Him. Texting, calling, apologizing repeatedly. Lol. Friends say this, that and the other and should get back with him, op? I think I did a pretty good job of summarizing the relationship, yes? Dump him, and the goofy friends. He's upset you took away his power. Him threatening to leave was to keep you small, second-guessing, and at his mercy. Block him. Don't look back. You did the right thing. Ignore him. He's not mature. Nope, you are totally in the right for setting those boundaries and you should be proud of yourself. His constant threats to leave were a manipulation tactic so he could have the best of both worlds. Major red flag, especially that early on in a relationship. Some of my friends think I'm heartless. Your friends are brainless. My 27F, BF, 28M, gave me a prerequisite when I proposed him. I've been together with my boyfriend for the past 5 years and he is a sweetheart. We moved in together after 2 years and things have been great. I love him a lot and I know he loves me too. I work in a law firm and my boyfriend is a physicist and works in one of the best institutions in the country for his field. So he recently got tenure and I'm doing good in my field too. We live in an apartment we bought together. Recently I've been thinking about marriage and didn't just know when the right time was, so day before yesterday I just popped the question. He was just so happy and obviously agreed. Mind you, this was done in our home in a private setting. When the initial excitement started to wear off I could see he was visibly distressed, and right before the bed he asked me, "Will you want to have kids with me when we get married?" I said yes. To which he replied, "Then I can marry you only if you agree to give me absolute control over our child's academics. We can share all the rest of the stuff and I even agree in advance if you would like reserve something solely you two, but I can't compromise on this." I was absolutely gutted as I didn't know what to say. It was so out of character for him. I said that I think that both of us should be involved in every aspect of our child's life. He just said no. I tried asking if something happened but he just left for the couch. I took the day off as I'm not in the right state of mind. RN. This morning he entered the room. I was awake but pretended to be asleep. He just kissed my forehead and when he left I could hear him sobbing. I know something has happened and most probably it isn't even related to us. I tried contacting him but he hasn't returned any of my messages. I asked him if he would like to have lunch about an hour ago and he just replied no again. I don't know how to proceed or what to make of my relationship anymore. How should I proceed? Too long did not read. I proposed to my boyfriend of 5 years and he laid a condition that he wants absolute control over our future child's education when we conceive in the future and is trying to dodge my attempts to talk ever since. This is a completely weird request, especially coming out of the blue. Do not agree to it. Even weirder is how he's been acting afterwards. Wait until you're both home and talk about what's going on in person. This is not a conversation to have on a lunch break. The lack of communication and the shutdown of anything more is a big red flag. Do you know the details of what he means by total control? This could be so many different things to so many different people. What the fuck? If his kids' academics are important to him, that's fine. If they're a deal breaker, that's fine. What's not fine is him expecting you to agree to something without knowing what you're agreeing to, and possibly expecting you to hold to an agreement that was made under significantly different circumstances. You promised we could send our child to Hogwarts. Yes, but that was before Hogwarts fell under the control of Voldemort. But you promised. If this is important to him, then the two of you should discuss your values and intentions as honestly as possible and he should decide if he trusts you to make good decisions with him. Don't proceed. Seriously. He's demanding control of your future children's academics? Absolutely not. He already has a plan for who and what he wants his future children to be. You have to see how awful that would be for the child. Total control. He's not someone who you can, in good conscience, have children with. I'm really sorry. Please don't do this to your future child. It's not okay. Do the two of you have differing views when it comes to politics, the education system, etc.? Is there a religious background at play here that would mean one of you would want your child going to a religious school and the other wouldn't? Does one of you believe in using the public school system and the other doesn't? I, 40M. Just found out my wife, 41F, has been cheating on me for 5 years. I recently found out that my wife has been cheating on me for the last 5 years. We have been married for 15 years and have 2 kids, 8 and 10. Just wondering how many people have stayed together for the kids or ended the relationship. On top of this, I saw medication at home that makes me think she got an STD from the guy she was cheating on me with. I don't know what I did wrong to end up in this situation. How can I ever hope to have trust again in this relationship? Looking for advice. Your marriage is over. You have to understand this and divorce her. She cheated for 5 years and it's obvious she wants the other guy. Make her confess the relationship. Inform the social circle and App's family. Let the lawyer take care of the rest. You didn't do anything wrong to wind up in the situation. If you stay, that would be your first mistake. Get yourself a lawyer and start the divorce process. Get yourself tested for STDs and have both of your children DNA tested so you know if they're yours or not. Your marriage has been a lie for at least the last 5 years. There's nothing to save here. Your children will be much better with a loving parents who are apart. The worst thing you can do is stay together for the kids. You will never trust her again. Why would you? She's not trustworthy. Relationships without trust are not fun. You deserve better. So do your kids. So sorry you're going through this. She has been fucking other people for 1/3 of your marriage. There is no coming back from that. There are no excuses for the deception, lies and betrayal that occurred every day for over 1,820 days. She is not the person you married. You don't know her anymore. Your married life is a lie. Don't fall for the sunk cost fallacy. Leave her and eventually move on. Also get an STD test. Lol. How can I ever have trust in her again? How sad can you be? She is still cheating on you, but hey, can't help someone who doesn't take the message. She doesn't love you, but hey, keep thinking you can somehow make her stop.